Premier League football, folks, and salary caps. I don't know what my team has got to spend in the next transfer window at the start of next season. That's Manchester United. But I'm hearing we're after this player and that player and this player and that player, like we are in every transfer window. But we weren't hearing the same things in the last one because I believe we're financial fair played out. We couldn't do anything. But I believe we can do bundles next time. Now, I don't know if this is true. Is it because the gym's put money in? I don't know. Is it because time has helped us? I don't know. What have we got to spend? I don't know. But that brings me to a question that I've got for one and all. For United fans especially, but fans of football everywhere, anywhere. Especially maybe Spurs fans. Harry Kane, he's gone to Bayern now, and he's done really, really well. Is he 22 in 22, I think he scored? Or something like that. I think he's struggled in the last 2 or 3 games. And Bayern are battling by their standards. Is it Leverkusen that are in front of the league? I think it's Bayer Leverkusen. I might be wrong. It doesn't really matter, does it? I know Bayern are second, and I know they're about 4 or 5 points behind, although I do believe they play today. But it's not looking as a guarantee they're going to win the league this year. Some are saying they won't win the Champions League because for all they've got a great attack, the midfield and defence isn't what it was, and maybe they won't. But you've got people speculating that is Harry Kane a Jonah? He couldn't win anything at Spurs. Spurs couldn't win with him in the ranks for all he was a great goal scorer. He's gone over the water there to Germany to try to win something there with a team that historically has won everything domestically and also done extremely well in Europe. And people are saying there's a chance now that Bayern might win nothing this year. How will Harry feel about that? Will he be a failure? Well, obviously he's not going to be a failure, is he? If he ends up with 27, 28, 30, 35 goals, he's done fantastically well. It's not down to him, the quality of the rest of the team. And if the team can't help him to get that many goals or more, then I would suggest that they're at fault. He's one of the world's great goal scorers at this moment in time. But it got me thinking. I thought to myself, if United have got all this money, is there a chance in this world that United might go in for him at the end of the year and get him for the same, say, 100-ish million that Bayern paid? I know they paid a little bit more. Is there a chance? And if Bayern don't win anything this year and they decide to go for a full revamp, I know they won't blame Kane, but I know they'll always find a world-class attacker from somewhere. I thought, is there a chance Kane might just get itchy feet? Because I know he's quite enjoying it in Germany, but I know he never really wanted to go. And rumours are that in an ideal world he'd like to come to United. I still thought there's a chance at the end of a 4 or 5 year contract we might still see him here. Just because I think he'll play later than most professional footballers. Because you retire early because you lose your pace. Well, as I say, Harry never had it. So I think he'll play long, I really do. And I think he'll want to come back in the Premier League to take Shearer's record. But I thought to myself, is there a chance United would go for him? Because if they did, that's if they could afford him, I think there's a good chance they'd get him. And that brings me then to Rasmus. He's doing much, much better now. He's at a vein of form and he's doing better and it's onwards and upwards. And I hope it carries on. I can't see us playing with 2 centre forwards. No, I can't see that. And if Kane came in, you would think Rasmus would be his understudy and you don't want to hold him back. But would it work if we could afford him? As United fans, would you get him? Would you go and get Kane and bench Rasmus for most of the time, but try to give him game time whenever you can? In your is it Carabao Cup? Do they call it, or what we always call the League Cup? The early rounds of the FA Cup, many of the early rounds of the Champions League. You know, and try to sub him on as and whenever Kane either gets injured or he's done enough minutes and scored his goals, or maybe when we want to swap a winger, because I'm sure Rasmus can come in from out wide as well. I don't know, is there a world where we could get Kane next season? I think there is. I think there's a chance there. And I don't think it would be the worst bit of business in the world to go and get him. Because I think with Manchester United, he would absolutely guarantee 30 goals plus per season. I really do. And whereas our wingers haven't been finding Højlund enough, they've started to a little bit more now, but he became very frustrated because they just wasn't looking for him at all because they're greedy. I don't think they'd be as greedy with Harry Kane. I think he's such a big personality and a big star. I don't think he'd let them be that greedy, and a light would be shone on the wingers more than it has been. And I think the coach would make sure that Kane got the service that he deserved. So, that's the question. I know I rambled. Kane, United, next year. Could it happen? Would it happen? If you're a United fan, would you welcome him? Would it push back Rasmus? Would that be a good or bad thing? If you're a Tottenham fan, could you ever see him coming back in the Premier League? And if so, do you think United could get him? And when? Lots of questions. All for you to answer.